Greetings, you may call me Mr. Haunt. Today I'm going to be recounting one of my own unexplainable stories. If you or anyone you know has a shocking tale of their own, check the description. There you will also find any links to my social media accounts. This being my first official video, I want to welcome all that found me. Would you consider subscribing to hear more true tales from myself? It's lonely in the dark after all. Now, as promised, here's my unexplainable tale. Going back almost a decade ago, my parents used to own a 3-story house. And although the house was old, the landlords made sure to give it a nice coat of paint before we moved in. The house was huge, perhaps one of the biggest we've moved into, but more importantly, the house was affordable. It had a very spacious dining room where my all-important computer could be easily situated in one of the many alcoves this dining room had. A few months into our stay, my mother began to decorate the house into a space where she felt more at home. I was lucky enough to be able to choose the colour of my own room, which until that point was a completely new experience for me. Being able to personalise my own space was an exciting prospect for me, as I had never had the opportunity to do this in the past. Although, for some unexplainable reason, I chose dark red walls with black curtains. If that doesn't give you an indication of how my edgy teen years were, I'm not sure what will. After the renovation was finished, the house took a more oppressive atmosphere. It was hard to explain why. At that time, I put this down to the fact that Mother had only just finished decorating, and so a very reasonable explanation I had was that the natural light coming in through the windows was different due to the different colours of the rooms. However, Mother only decorated in lighter colours. She didn't like dark colours for that exact reason. It was about a week, and this oppressive atmosphere continued. However, things around the house started to go missing. Sometimes it was something minor, like things would move from one place to another, or just completely disappear, only to reappear in the most strangest of places. But as time went on, pictures also started to go missing. Family portraits would be removed from the mantelpiece only to end up in the spare rooms. After a few more weeks of this, my mother finally suspected that this may be something paranormal. I've naturally been a skeptic, and in some cases I still don't believe everything I hear. I naturally jump to the most logical conclusions first in an effort to debunk that particular situation. But even I cannot deny my own belief in the paranormal. Luckily, my mother was friends with a psychic medium. She advised my mother to sage the house. After this was complete, the house started to feel less oppressive, and items would no longer go missing. Problem solved. Or so we thought. After a few months of silence, every day at the exact same time our heavy front door would open and slam, followed by the sounds of heavy boots walking up the stairs. On the first few occurrences of this happening, my mother thought it was myself returning home from school, as it was around that very same time. However, I was nowhere to be seen. I would turn home around half an hour later. My mother started to question her own sanity. She told most of our friends and family about this occurrence, and many were eager to listen to this noise themselves. Those who did come round were not disappointed. The entity would always make themselves known at that very same time every day. It was around Christmas. I was eagerly enjoying whatever gifts I had that year, and my mother told my grandparents about this supernatural activity. It wasn't long after that before the time was approaching. My family gathered in the living room and listened carefully for the footsteps, only to once again be not disappointed by the slam of the heavy front door, followed by the very same footsteps that lumbered up the stairs towards our living room. To this day, we have no explanation for this noise, although my mother is certain it is paranormal. Shortly after that Christmas day, we moved house yet again. However, the house we moved into would not be the sanctuary we hoped for. But of course, that story is for next week. I hope you enjoyed this unexplained tale from my own life. If you made it this far, be sure to like and comment down below. I hope to soon open my very own Discord channel, and hopefully many more of you will get to see my true face. Until next time, be sure to lock your doors, for you never know what you might let in.